Okay. What's going on, the world crew? We having an amazing day so far. I was supposed to upload this yesterday. I was supposed to do it on my stream, but I completely forgot. So we're gonna talk about this now. So we upload it today. You're gonna see this upload and record it on the same day. Okay. Put in the comments below that you appreciate it, and I'll keep doing it. First off, starting off, let's get into these passions. We're gonna talk about the aspects for next season. So far, we got anti-barrier auto rifle, anti-barrier bow, unstoppable scout, overload hand cannon, and unstoppable fusion. Not bad. Trolling over. I'm gonna go this way. We got arc strand siphon combo. Okay. The Thanotatic tangles, strand web and final blows have a chance of generating a tangle. We've got so many ways of generating tangles these days. Who knows? None worse. None can be bad. Overload machine gun. Nice. Monochromatic Maestro, dealing elemental ability damage increases your matching weapon damage, and elemental weapon damage increases your matching ability damage. Bonus granted for 10%. The bonus granted is 10% for 5 seconds. Never really used Monochromatic Maestro. I mean, I understand it'll combat, like, it'll just help together if you're already running the same build, but, like, most people, I mean, it's just like a slap it on kind of perk. Because, like, you're going to be doing this anyway. Most people match their weapons to their subclass. So, and moving on. Solar Strand Siphon combo combines the Solar and Strand Siphon mods into one. Origin perk specialization 2. Weapons with Head Rush, Nanotech Tracer Rockets, Unstated Hunger, and Redacted Origin traits are always overcharged when the modifier is active. My whole situation is anyone else tired of Strand? This is like our, third season in a row of just Strand and X freaking thing. Can we get stasis? Can we get some stasis stuff, please? I want to use stasis again, man. I know it's not as good as Strand, but still, man. Come on. Elemental Fury. While stunned, champions take bonus damage from your abilities and elemental orbs. Good. Rapid Fire Ranger. Rapid precision hits made from long range weaken the target. Now the question is, we all know this is this prismatic? Is it prismatic lens? I'm pretty sure prismatic lens, whatever it was called. Basically, if you stun the champion with a scout rifle, you're sitting back in him up, Matt plink plonk him away. The game felt bad for you, plink plonking him away, so he took some extra damage. Cool. Void and Strand Siphon combo, so Void and Strand. Elemental Orbs. While using a Void subclass and a Void weapon, final blows have a chance to spawn a Void Elemental Orb. I'm sorry. Void orbs can be thrown to create a void explosion that makes enemies volatile. Communal pickups. When an ally destroys or picks up your Tangle Elemental Orb, Tangle cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds, and you gain bonus damage and weapon speed matching your subclass for 10 seconds. To be honest with you, I don't really know how I feel about this Elemental Orbs. I'll go over my thoughts here. I don't really know how I'm feeling about the Elemental Orbs. I mean, this is cool and all, but, well, like I said, we gotta see in gameplay. Elemental Embrace. Subclass Elemental buffs grants you bonus recovery and damage resistance against combatant attacks of the matching Elemental type. That's kind of cool. Origin perk specialization 1 greatly improves the benefits of Head Rush, Nanotech Tracer Rockets, Unstated Hunger, and Redacted Origin traits. Elemental Orbs Arc. While using an Arc subclass, Arc weapon final blows have a chance to spawn an Arc Elemental Orb. Arc Elemental Orbs can be thrown to create Arc explosions that jolt targets damages. Okay. Refreshing pickups. Picking up a Tangle or Elemental Orb grants an energy to your least powered ability. Okay. Combatant's final blows of Tangles and Elemental Orbs have a chance to drop special or heavy ammo. It's Elemental Munitions. I'm sorry. Words are hard. Literally just rolled out of bed less than 15 minutes ago. Diviner's Discount. All scavenger mods are discounted. Nice. Solar Elemental Orbs. While using a solar subclass, we all know this. Basically, y'all know that. I just read it twice. This one scorches though. Semi-auto striker. If you have fewer than 2 stacks of armor charge, rapid precision shots with a bow, sniper, or scout rifles generate armor charge. I wonder how people are gonna figure out how to use this in PvP. Frenzied stacks. Your armor charges we grant bonus to your thrown tangles and bonus damage to your thrown tangles and elemental orbs. Your armor charges now decay over time. Okay. Final note: the perks Overload Machine Gun and Overload Hand Cannon do not currently overcharge those weapons when the modifier is active. This is the unintended bug, and anti-barrier and unstoppable fusion rush will overcharge their weapons, but is not currently reflected in their in-game description. These issues will be corrected in the later Stay tuned to Bungie Help. Okay. So, I don't know if it's just me. Does anybody else miss like the old artifacts where it's like, hey, this weapon is completely busted for this season specifically, and after this season, it will be trash? Because I remember waking up one day and someone telling me, hey guys, we're on freaking, what's his name? We are doing Vault of Glass Redisputed. Boys, take out your fusion rifles. Take out your Cartesian coordinates. Take them out. We got damage. It's damage phase. I remember going into a LFG and someone asking, why do you have Gjallarhorn on? Or why do you have a freaking rocket on, dog? It's fusion season. Where's your 1K voices? I miss it. I miss the grenade launcher season. Bring it back. I understand they have these new artifacts to like promote people to make builds. But geez, I miss the seasons of just having a completely busted weapon for a season and then going back to something else. Because, I don't know, I just felt like it was fun. Moving on to the weapon changes. Long story short, this whole article about the changes to weapons, this is cool, this is great. This is just too much information for me to take in. So I can't even explain it to you all. And I don't want to read it because this video would literally go from, what I'm hoping for is 15 minutes to an hour. So we're not reading all this. If you guys want to read it below, you fine. I know I have to cross some data. I'll probably do the video on it. Basically, long story short, the range is getting compressed more. Some stuff will have more range sometimes. Some stuff will have less range. And that's basically it. Rangefinder is no longer going to be the end-all, be-all on weapons to increase the range because it will no longer increase the range. It will increase the zoom. And zoom, they're decoupling zoom from range. So stuff will have, your zoom isn't the end-all, be-all. So moving on. First things first, y'all know the vibes. I'm sure y'all don't see in the video. My boy Monte Carlo getting an upgrade. Now my whole question is the bayonet like locked to Markov chain ×5? We'll see though. But I am extremely excited to try this. Moving on, Quicksilver Storm players is updated. Basically, this is a bug fix to make it so the ammo comes in earlier. Deadman still has the impact stack wrong. This is cosmetic. No bullet damage changed. Telltale Fox, they made it a 3-round burst rocket after you get the catalyst, because as you guys know, two-tailed fox turns into three-tailed fox after you get the catalyst, so it gets the solar, void, and arc rocket to do more damage. So instead of it firing two bursts, with the second burst fires 2 rockets, it's going to be a 3-round burst. Good. Verglass Curve. We fixed an issue where the Whisper of Fissures get a kill. It did not count as Hell Barrage stacks. We've also buffed the weapon performance PvP when using Hell Barrage. Whisper of Fissure detonations now generate Hell Barrage stacks if the stasis crystal was created by this weapon. Shiver Quivers now activate when soloing enemies. We activated this stack. We increased the slow stacks from 40 to 60 when hitting players directly with Hell Barrage. This allows players to freeze in 2 Hell Barrage arrows. La Monarch. We've been waiting for times like this. I'm freaking tired of seeing La Monarch. Basically, so they reduced the draw time, reduced the body shot damage from 100 to 85, increased the critical hit multiplier, crit damage against player goes from 150 to 136. Changed the dot damage effect, reduced dot damage duration from 3 seconds to 1.75 seconds, moved the 8 damage tick to 6 damage ticks, where the poison did the same damage. So the damage will be the same, but it will do damage faster over time. Great, so you won't be out of the fight as long. Increased poison PvE damage to 50. So they nerfed it in PvP, other way around, I'm sorry. And increased the amount of damage you do PvE. So you're still not PvE players. You can't say this build was nerfed because PvP. It's still good. It's just not as good in the PvP anymore. Great. We'll see how it plays out. It could be all for completely nothing if it's still good. Anyway, Vexmith class is getting nerfed. It's moving from 390 to 360 as another high impact auto rifle. That's kind of sad. I just started using Vex again. Didn't know it was actually this big of a problem. Moving forward, increased damage to minor combatants red bars and major combatants orange bars by 25% in PvE. Nice. This is to counteract the fact that the RPM is going down, so they can't really change the RPM depending on the game mode. So they gave it increased damage. Nice. All right, Touch of Malice getting a big buff. Still don't have the exotic. Just did King's Fall for the first time like a week ago. Still a good raid. Still my favorite raid of all time. Moving forward, Touch of Malice is a strong weapon. We know. So they're increasing the final round damage to PvE in 20%. Okay, so they decreased the self damage from the final round from 10 to 7. Great. So first off, they increased the health rewarded from Touch of Malice perk from 30 to 75. They set up Touch of Malice to work like Unrelenting. Guarding and major combatants count as more towards the activation. Great. Ball of Darkness now appropriately deals arc damage and will blind combatants and stun unstoppable champions. Nice, nice, nice. Malfeasance, they just made it so the Vorpal weapon pops up on the side. Cloud Strike, they reduced the lethal kill distance against players, so they will still take damage. But for you to, so basically they said they'll still take damage from the lightning strike, but you won't die. So you'll take some damage, maybe it might be good enough, close enough for cleanup. So that's good. So you gotta be thinking you gotta be within 3 meters to get a kill now. Yeah, so pretty good. Wicked Implement. The timing for creeping attrition has been increased from 3.5 to 4.5. Great. You can now activate Tithing Harvest by destroying stasis crystals. Amazing. Wicked Implement Exotic Catalyst now includes Headstone perk. This is good. Now I'm hoping that this weapon is still bad. Not because I want bad weapons in the game, but because I want them to add, I want it to be collective action. Collective action and Headstone would be kind of hard. That way you get extra damage from getting the crystal that comes towards you. Amazing. Anyway, moving forward, Bipod. They reduced the damage penalty from 40 to 25%. I doubt this still be used, but deliberately because it's on rockets, and right now 2 of the best rockets in the game have bait and switch on them. Nobody, I mean, it depends, bro. If this is the only perk you got on it, then yeah, go ahead. But the best rockets in the game are easily gettable right now if you have the ability to get them. And one of them is craftable, and the other one's farmable. Why would I worry about reduced damage when I can deal increased damage and just have 4 rockets in chamber instead of 2? So, especially on Cold Comfort, 4 rockets in the chamber instead of 2. Envious Assassin. They basically made it so it's a little bit easier to perk, a little bit easier to use. There's no longer a time limit after kills, and with which you must activate the perk to get another kill. This perk will not activate even if the magazine is overflowed. It will stop you from activating once you hit the maximum magazine size of 2.5 or greater. Enhanced Envious Assassin now provides a fractionally more ammo per kill instead of a longer window of time after a kill. Nice. Under Over. I'm sure you guys completely forgot what this does, so I'm going to tell you what the perk does. Under Over allows you now to deal increased damage to people with shields. And your people are probably wondering, why didn't I use this when all these overshields walking around? Don't worry about it, it's still bad. So moving forward, let's talk about this. Noelle Under Over will now provide a bonus body shot damage against players who are male, increase the bonus damage against combatant shields, and deal significantly increased damage to enemies who are enhanced by Dark Cabal overshields, in addition to enemies shielded by Lucent Moths. Great. Under Pressure, reduce the maximum accuracy cone scaler from 0.5 to 0.75. That sucks. Shoot to loot. This is great. My hung jury about to eat good. No longer triggers the reload when shooting a special brick that cannot be picked up while also having an overflowed weapon. Nice, people were using that to reload their rockets for free. Even though there wasn't reloading. But the point that I'm happy about here, explosive damage now interacts with orbs of power. So I can now pick up orbs and ammo with my kinetic tremor shoot to loot hung jury. And I'm still hunting my kinetic tremor shoot to loot battle scar. Please, for the love of God and RNG, drop it for me. Valiant Charge. Perk now deactivates after the initial sword swing. Valiant Charge is basically when you, y'all know how we have eager edge. Freaking Valiant Charge eager edge, but it basically does it like after you swing, right? Which is basically the same thing. Valiant Charge. Receiving damage while guarding temporarily increases your sword swing. Cool, I guess. No, I don't think no one really uses anyway, unless you're a sword bro. This will, Ambush no longer deactivates some healing, fall damage, or being shot by allies. Great. Explosive Light. This kind of sucks. I wish I knew about it before they patched it. Pain. There's no more free explosive damage, but don't worry. There are more than enough orbs of power to go around. Fix the bug where the enhanced version of this perk granted 2 stacks of initial orb pickup. And right here, let's all be honest. Were we expecting it? No. Are we surprised? No. Till Clip is getting nerfed. Now, before I used to say, hey man, using higher charge rate fusions is not that bad. It's still going to freeze in 2 shots. It just matters how fast you can get the shots out there. Now, yeah, just use Riptide. Don't use anything else. Just use Riptide, because you gotta hit 3 shots out before you can freeze now. Reduce slow stacks from 60 to 40. Wolfpack rounds no longer trigger this perk. Now, I'm not a, somebody tell me this in the comments below. I don't really run Bump of the Night. Does this affect the usage rate of Bump of the Night? Is Bump of the Night dead now? Don't know. Wolfpack rounds no longer trigger this perk. Did it trigger? I mean, I guess so. But it was just like the fact of you having 2 Bump of the Nights in your team. So there's free shatter. So we'll see. Anyway, moving forward. To craft or not to craft, what is changing? We're going to read this, okay? Yeah, that me saying I'm going to keep this under 15 minutes was a complete lie. Anyway, moving forward. So they're basically saying, hey, we see you guys literally fighting Shuro-Chi, making her hate her life over and over again for weapon XP. But we're instead of changing it and nerfing it to the ground, we're gonna boost other options. Good guy, Bungie. We love you. Appreciate you. Moving forward, Crucible, Trials of Osiris, Dares of Eternity, Wellspring, Gambit, and Platinum score completions of Legend and Master Law sectors will give increased weapon XP. You absolutely do love to see it. Continuing. Moving forward. Let's just read this. It's fine. This issue's been a permanent. We'll also be adding capability to progress that exceeds the current level to roll over to the next level. So you guys know those opportunities where you're playing Crucible, your weapon's at like 98, and your weapon's like level 10, 98% to level 11, and you get the game over and you'll get 11%, and you realize that only just gave me 2% and nothing else. Yeah, so it's gonna roll over. So before I didn't roll over, now the XP is gonna roll over. So you're gonna be able to go to 98 to like 23% on level 11. So great. Well, and then now, okay. Good. To round out the weapon progression, we're also adding the capability to directly increase your weapon's level through currency. Crafted and enhanced weapons will both receive a new mod slot in their weapon details, where you can spend Glimmer and enhancement cores to boost your level of the weapon. This mod will increase the weapon's power level directly, leaving your existing progress towards the next level untouched. Great. While there is no cap to how far you can boost your weapon's level to, the cost of this boosting will increase relative to the level of the weapon. Weapon usage is meant to be the main path for increasing weapons level. However, with the restrictions of how many weapons you can level at one time, and always increasing the expansion in the amount of weapons that have that level, we wanted to provide an alternative method to leveling that allows for both jump starting of crafted weapons and also the ability to level a large amount of weapons stockpiled in your inventory. We do not want level boosting to feel prohibitive. However, we do want players to have to make choices when it comes to weapons they want to boost. Lord, words are hard. Anyway, this is an amazing change. Good job, Bungie. We appreciate you. I'm tired of sitting at Shuro-Chi. There are weapons that I realized I really want to craft, but then I realized I have to go sit at Shuro-Chi for at least 30 to 45 minutes of my day, and I don't want to do that. For me, it's like an hour or an hour and a half, because sometimes I'll be messing up. But still, I don't want to do that. So this is great. I can't wait to level up my stuff. Now, for the people that have their entire inventory full of like 6 stacks of enhancement cores, y'all gonna have like find a weapon, boost it all the way up. I got the freaking Rainmakers still. I got like at least like 500 of those, and I got a whole bunch of enhancement cores. So I'm about to just go. Give me the money. Throw money at the problem. More money, more problems. Just keep throwing it at it. The problems will go away if I throw bread at it. Anyway, moving forward, another change we're making is that resonant and harmonic alloys will be deprecated, as a required material will no longer be obtained during the dismantling starting season 22. We are planning on removing these materials entirely from the game at some point in the future, but until then, your remaining materials will be available to be exchanged for Glimmer at Raoul. Tell them to say hi. Okay, now, another big information drop. Boys and girls, I know if you're like me, you probably got tired of hunting for those Neomuna red borders a long time ago. So did I. But I just said, you know what, I'm going to use my deep sight resonance and get my red borders for round robin. And I'm so glad I did it because I love that hand cannon. Moving on, you will be able to do the same thing too without having to waste your deep sight harmonizers. Let's get into it. In Season 22, we'll be making additional changes to help tackle the scarcity problem. The Neomuna weekly Pinnacle Mission More Score Challenge It will provide a guaranteed Neomuna weapon pattern progress the first time is completed each week. Now, I know they said each week. Please tell me they mean each week per character, because if I can only get one red border a week, this is going to be a long time. The Neomuna vendor engram upgrade will increase the drop chance of deep side Neomuna weapons. Great. This is retroactive, and if you have already claimed the vendor upgrade, amazing. Throne World vendor upgrade will also receive the same behavior for the Throne World deep side weapons. And again, this will be retroactive. Okay, great. Now, my question is this for just the engrams you get from, I forgot his name, Jesus Christ, from not Nimbus, what's his name, Nimbus, and the Throne World dude is Finch, that's what his name is, Finch and freaking Nimbus, I have to remember his name. Great. Is it just for the engrams that you get for leveling them up, or is that any engrams that drop on Neomuna? I'm assuming it's the first one, because how could they control that, but we shall see. Season 22 will also include a bug fix for the underlying deep side drop rate system that is manifested from a major overhaul we did in Lightfall. The bug could decrease the deep side drop rate as you near the completion of a pattern set. Although this deep side bug on its own would normally have low impact on deep side behavior, the problem has been exacerbated when coupled with the lack of deterministic deep side sources of Neomuna weapons. And with that note, while we believe crafting is more aligned with our original vision since the launch of Witch Queen, we are still making necessary changes to the system and are in the middle of developing a large crafting related feature targeted for the final shape year. We'll provide more details about these upcoming changes after they spend a bit more time in the oven. We're excited to share more. All right, that's a wrap. Anyways, boys, I hope you guys had a great time enjoying me give you all a speed TLDR of what happened in these past 2 articles. I hope Bungie gives us content creators a break, because there was TWAB today, and then in the TWAB, after the TWAB came out to say, hey, there's another article coming out on Friday, there's this one, and then Wednesday, this dropped. Hope you have an amazing day. Make sure you go out, drink some water, and have a good rest of your day, even though I said that twice. Remember, stay spooky. Peace. Why did I do that? Peace.